Thankfully, something in him breaks.
Kuno's not a god.
House of Reach. This display of weakness may appeal to all.
You drive to make you aggressive.
Yes! Farewell.
Oh, fuck it. Stop. Stop.
Listen to your little friend.
Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, we're on day 2. It's Windbreaker Day. My dynamic Windbreaker surf. It looks whimsical as shit. It also looks like very Eastern European jacket to me. What even are these gloves though? That's what I'm wondering. They have like a white section. They look very cyberpunk, these gloves. Oh, are those like Velcro bands? Right. For ultimate performance efficiency, these foul Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movements or for lifting cargo. They're the gloves I use when I get so drunk I get quadrupedal. It's awesome. You will betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. Well, I won't. At least not likely. Right. Hold on though. What did I just do? I spoke to that guy, Tommy Lahan, and I just broke into the green truck. That's why I walk around looking like some third-rate villain from Donald Duck.
Looking for something odd?
Something runt. Runt. So we have this guy. We have this guy doing shit. We have Call Me Mañana. I kind of want to go up and talk to Mesherhead again. See what he says.
Right to work.
Alright, okay. That's enough of that. I'm gonna go speak to Mesherhead. See what's up.
Knocked him out good. It's that really cool flying desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steppes.
Yeah, I sure did that thing.
So, what's on your mind this time?
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Oh wow. Really? I'm trying to catch it.
The coin lands
Ooh.
into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciated.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though.
The Union has problems getting by.
Nothing to worry about really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike though.
Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. Well, he knows that. What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy.
I don't believe you. Post L'Aventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking. It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands.
Good talking to you. Gotta run. Right, Kim? Come on. Mesherhead's back in town, I see. I'm no longer the new Mesherhead. Let's see what he says. What was that? Oh my god, I have these weird graphical glitches. Oh, Jesus. That's bad. Hold on. I was thinking I'd turn on vertical sync, but it doesn't seem to be a thing. That's not good, though. That's... I'll have to try and fix that. Let's see. Let's see if it worked. That seems to have done it. Awesome. Alright. Cool. Hey, Mesherhead.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
No, not drastically, but a little. I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the Union.
The Hardy Manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Yes. I kinda wanna try this. I wonder what the 28% means if I fail. Like, what will this mean if I fail it? If I fail to subscribe to his advanced race theory, isn't it just the same as not doing it? Or is it literally... I don't know. I'll leave it be for now. Not soft and weak like other men. You're the right stuff, Mesherhead. Are they talking to me or him? Because they said I was the new one. I want to get that. How? How do I get these things? There's money up there. God damn it. Well, let's go see if Everard is in, I suppose. Actually, can I call that video store again?
The payphone hangs mutely on the wall.
No. No, I can't. Alright. Anything else to do with this?
The file cabinet stands still. The drawer slides.
It's nothing. Nothing, nothing. Oh, so glad I have my windbreaker, Kim. Don't you agree it's the best choice for this weather?
This is the night watchman's booth.
Kim's like peering over, giving me side eyes, trying not to be disturbed by my choice of fashion.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since
Been in the
you were
world
last
for
here.
2 days.
If anything, it seems to have grown. And
No,
as it's
it's not
always
working.
been, it's impossible to open a container with the rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
Or maybe this world is crazy. It should be doable. Kim, I want to talk.
Yes?
I need more Inland Empire. Oh yeah, I need to report back to Joyce. That's the most pressing thing. What am I doing? Oh, whatever. Let's do that after. Let's go speak to Everard, and then go to Joyce. Rejoice! Is he Leo? Oh, he's here. Hey, man.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
He smiles his disarming smile, looks you deep in the eye. Okay. Well, I'm off. Evrot. Evrot Plow. Oh, there he is. Look at him. He's awesome. This reminds me of what's he called? Well, the fat guy in Fallout 1 that you shoot across the desk. It's stuck to his desk in combat as well.
Is the walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Oh my god, he's awesome.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
I love that he does that. And I love that his shirt is so yellow. Mustard man.
With a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled. A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Alright, let's calm down. Hold on. This is serious. We're investigating a murder. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna look him dead in the eye.
The one good eye of this man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is constantly moving like a goldfish in a tank. Grotesquely magnified by his +6 glasses. For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead. Yet, he's unperturbed, holding his own.
I'm gonna just keep staring.
At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Every now and then, he smacks his big lips.
So... Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit to the Debardairs Union. I'm Evrot Clare, head of this little operation here.
What do you mean, Mr. Dubois?
Please, have a seat.
Hold on, hold on. Weren't my initials that we learned from my papers, weren't they HDB? Oh my god, I'm Harry Dubois. Harry Dubois.
The folding chair looks like a torture device. Extremely uncomfortable.
Just like that name.
You go ahead, detective.
This folding chair is just an analogy for how I feel with that HDB name.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff?
Exactly.
You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
How is it equals? You're in a fucking throne. You're in a cushioned throne and you're putting me on a...
It's nothing.
Wrestling chair.
That's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
His multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Damn, that's a nasty play. He's got you, a titan of volition, in a fork. Guess you just have to sit or leave.
Fine.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Damn, this chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debardairs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair.
I've lost
in the
HB.
world. It's violating your backside.
I don't want to see that sentence happening to me in any game ever. Why? Does not have to be the way they say it.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Oh, God, and I are good friends now.
This should take care of that nonsense.
Novelty check.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
It's absolutely comically huge.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
You can take the comically large check and shove it up your ass. No, I'm gonna take it, but I don't want to say anything. Actually, yeah, I do want to say thank you, Everard.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
Why do you know everything?
Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Why do I not like that?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right
Stop
now,
calling me that.
I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Yeah. Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Yo, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys. I'm gonna go to a safe place.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesturing with my hands above my head.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
What's in that container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Kvalson crane.
Harry, you
Crane?
Baguette.
Where did that come from?
smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I've tried, but I will try again. I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
You've got a lot of spirit clearing up the drug problem alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now, let's talk real business.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
You call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So, that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
Or high. You know. It's true. My memory is a bit hazy.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is...
He taps on the folder in front of him.
I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
Don't trust him. For all you know, Dubois might be his name. You need to confirm this.
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Mm-hmm. Your little peons.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
What kind of a cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
What? I'm not apologetic, I'm confident.
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
I think I do. I'd be a wonderful father.
Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
Let's get this straight. What's my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange.
Dubois does sound good.
You don't feel like any of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
That's not my name. My name is Raphael Cousteau.
Fine, Harry. You can even be Harry Raphael Dubois de Costeau, or whatever you choose to be. Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
Kim suspects something, and I read shipping folders before, so I'm an expert at this folder thing.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
He knows everything. I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
Let's talk of other matters for a moment.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me?
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Now you're just embarrassing me. I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colours, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
True, I can.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Damn, it's fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder. No, I can't accept this thing.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder.
I want to talk to Joyce first.
Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
Yeah, alright. It turns out the strikers are being served an alcoholic brew. I made it even stronger.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Yeah, the belt thing.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gobon?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
Oh, he's annoyed for once. He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Am I a midget? No. I'm Raphael Cousteau. He's not a midget.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Are you sure? I find it a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Okay then, positive emotions it is. You like positive emotions.
Thank you, electrochemistry. Very cool. Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Everard, Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
It is weird. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
I understand. I am a terrifying death machine.
Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge fan of his race thing. But the Union did not get where we are today by frowning on eccentricity. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Why do you keep mentioning kids and grandmas in relation to my lost gun?
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
No. Hold on. Could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Wait. The gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important.
Great guys?
Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Does this mean if I do things for you, I'll get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
I am reconsidering opening that door you asked me to open. Perhaps it will help me somehow.
A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss?
Why doesn't he just ask Manana to do it? Does this mean he's gonna, like, trap me in some stupid drama? When someone sees me opening doors for him? Brad, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
No, you're one of me.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon.
Again?
20 brave souls standing in salute. Ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up!
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
What are the repercussions if I do this?
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true.
No!
Already you regret it, looking at the pack. But don't worry. You can come back to this later. The army of Smokes is honorable and faithful to you.
You've passed up your...
Yeah, okay. Kid, let's get the hell out. Easy, Leo. What do you have to say in your defense?
Oh, hey, mister.
Okay, I'm off.
You're back before the cargo.
Jean-Luc.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Evra told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Disgusting, but good. Good, Jean-Luc.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
Is it D?
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
But is this really because he wants me to defend the bridge? Or is this more because he wants to fuck around with the evidence down there or something? I am the new bridge troll. That's a bit wonky.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Is he uprooting the fucking tree?
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Yes, I am an unbelievably corrupt cop. I'm corrupt every opportunity I get. No. I'll work with whoever I want.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
He's a fast worker.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you for your cooperation, Besserhead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
Yes. Leave. Let's go down and look at his handiwork, shall we? Sandwich. Who the hell is this guy anyway?
Right to work!
Okay. That's about as interesting as he gets, I suppose. For now. I want to go fuck around with Gart again. That was fun. I miss him. Oh, he tore down the entire branch, huh? Hey, Kuno.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Yeah.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Wish I could have been here to see it. Now, I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
I talked to Manana about the armor.
So?
You should thank him.
Nothing. The tip really paid off. Good job, Kuno.
What? Don't be playing Kuno off as a snitch bitch. The oldest trick in the book, people.
Are you snitching, Kuno?
This is some ancient bullshit, people. Kuno would rather take 10 than snitch. Pig's full of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
You found a real nice button to push. Turned the tables on him. You're a little bit closer now to understanding this kid. It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Kuno. Kuno! Psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Stop with her. She's terrifying. Crazy, scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
You serious about this killing business?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Come on, she hasn't killed police officers?
I knew you pigs were too naive for this shit. Good thing Kuno's got her under control. Kuno keeps her calm.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Fear.
You think she has anything to do with the dead man? No. You said she's insane.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
Snuff radio. Radio? You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
What's that language she uses? Napakupi faggery.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
She your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
That hallway there with the janitor's closet? No, I'm not gonna point. Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under a pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about her parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno S, two of a kind.
Why is she called Kuno S then?
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno.
You don't know her name?
No one knows her name. Kuno told you, this shit was psycho killer.
How are you dealing with all of this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
Spits through the gap in his front teeth. You need backup. I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
I can respect that.
Alright. Now we can do business.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pan buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex. And shit, you can even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. Kuno saw you sniffing around that fucking pile of Eternite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it off and fuck back in there.
Oh my god! What's that about running you an errand in illegal narcotics, Kuno?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Who's your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
How much material are we talking about?
Like half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
But that's not very much material at all.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
I've made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's gonna happen.
Okay, Kuno's listening.
I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent bad in Revershold.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
I'm gonna kill Kuno's dad. Come on, Kib. Obviously, I'm not gonna take it. We need to get drugs away from a minor.
Okay, then.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Awesome. I'm just gonna pause here for a bit. Oh. There we go. Game started, huh? Let's continue a little bit. I think I was about to check the corpse. Yeah. That's exactly it. I was talking to Kuno. Would there be any reason to check anything else, like the trash can, or maybe... Maybe speak to her. Since just now we were having a little thing, a little discussion about her. She wants to get out of here now. That didn't used to be the case. Well, let's check this out.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Gently. Beautiful.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
What was that voice anyway? I keep forgetting my voice until I like find it mid. I don't know. It's weird. What's the voice I used to do for this guy? Beautiful. Oh, yes. A field autopsy. Is that it? No. I used to sound very like I had a cold. I think. Kib, don't do it, Kib. A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Kuno's not a gardener.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this, doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From autopsy to cleanup, to social work, everything.
That's crazy. This is a crazy world. Yes, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
These are all the questions I've already asked him, so... Enough!
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
I do. I'm gonna try to remove his boots again. No. First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I have my gardening gloves, though. Maybe they are enough.
They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things, while you will take notes.
We just filled this in, right?
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger.
Oh, level up.
The
Ding, ding,
lieutenant
ding,
is
ding, ding.
relieved you know the protocol.
Ding, guys. Well, I'll open the ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
3 whole parts.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Assistant. Okay.
That's you.
Assistant. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
Coroner's case number
KK57-0803.0815. Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Squiggly 50.
the corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Race.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
God.
Male.
She's terrible.
Pigs can have sex?
Pigs gonna have sex.
Naively, the lieutenant does not double-check your notes.
El bigo mistako, Lieutenant!
Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Agreed. No treatment.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
Stations of breath, huh?
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination. Summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
When am I gonna get him?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Maybe drama is fun. Maybe I should have put more points into drama.
Tattoos.
Alright.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Trigat Mini.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
A buckle.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Ambient temperature below freezing.
The spine is bent more than the lieutenant compensated for. This buster's actual height is about 1.85. And no, you could not take him straight on.
1.85, huh? A practical giant of a man. I'm going to write 1.85 meters, Lieutenant.
Of course, I undercompensated. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
I want to touch the hair.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch. Not that different from a living person after a swim.
I forgot to put on my gloves, didn't I? I'm gonna stroke his hair gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to your hand, like thread off a ragdoll's head. More hair sticks to your hand. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape. There, dead man. You were someone's child. It's all over now.
There, baby.
The lieutenant watches you in silence.
I'll write it down.
That was some sick shit, Sekopa.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Predation. I gotta write it down, but I'm gonna add for high velocity. Those were some good throws.
Ligature mark.
Another hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters!
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Oh no.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
She doesn't like that I'm his pig. Yeah, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. Gonna look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Oh my god, I'm a god!
After some deliberation, You sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Oh.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact.
Protuberant.
Genitalia.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Does it look like he was enjoying his moment of death?
Ah yes, your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
Yes. Processing. Science. That's what I meant. No, I was trying to get a psychic read.
No, you weren't, officer. That would be preposterous. Just write down that we request a semen, vaginal, and anal fluids analysis.
Yes.
The corpse with his pants down does not have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a deathly odor.
I inspect them.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch. You should touch it.
Should I? Oh no. No.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier, a mercenary.
We have a real museum here, of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
I'm from...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Pleasure's all mine. Tell me, are you a temple of pain or a stranger to tenderness?
You get me, Kobo. I feel like you were once, for tenderness and kisses yourself, but then shit went south and now you're ahead of even me on the pain front.
Well, you're dead. It's not too difficult.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Cold and sausage-like. Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination. Summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, The lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Oh no. Do you need my pry bar, Kim?
He's really doing it. The dead man's teeth cut into his gloved hands.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid, ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Let me look inside.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
I look deeper into the abyss.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Why does my Inland Empire suddenly sound like him? I don't like that.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
The mouth snaps shut.
Hepatobiliary, Na.
Why? We don't have anything.
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Na.
Same for toxicology and serology. Na.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
Well, the completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
We already have one test, as per regulation, and we already requested semen.
Pigs requested semen like it's no big deal.
I'm not even interested in these boring mulkus anymore. I haven't sucked him off or anything.
Can we change it to toxicology? Seems prudent.
At a request, then. We'll know if drugs or poisons remain in his blood. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with it.
NA. Toxicology requested.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Hypostasis.
Gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down and keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries. Summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
This is a team effort, Kim.
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a Kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung?
Yes.
That was not a team effort. I just missed my shot. Also, let's not mention it. Muddies the water.
I agree. The waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Opinion. Fatal injury. He died from bite marks.
Fatal injury by seagulls?
This man was murdered by a murder of seagulls.
No, he was not murdered by seagulls.
Okay, it's not a fatal injury then.
Yes, it's...
I don't like this game, Kim.
For God's sake, leave the box unticked then. What next?
Between the stench of death and a never-ending corpse examination, he's under some stress there. Better not to poke.
No touchy. Contusions?
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Opinion. Fatal injury?
No, it's not.
Fucking fail as shit, Sailman!
Bitch saying your injuries weren't fatal, Kuno. You gonna let it stand?
I do what I want, see? Learn it.
Okay, non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next?
Ligature marks. No, what's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. What was that about no clawing around the neck? You'd be clawing for your life.
Opinion. Fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was the règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Perhaps a drink is in order. Later, I mean.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
You just say that, Gib.
Please get yourself together. The lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg. For processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
No.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Gotta look in his pants again.
The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man. If you've seen it once, you've already got the picture.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I've got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano, man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
I need to take another look at the body first.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Yes. Let's go. Talk to God, my old friend. Let's see. We got 2 points. 2 skill points, huh? I want to unlock another thought slot. Because I want to get into anti-object task force. Temporary research bonus. Oh, it hurts. Of course. I get it. So what skill are we gonna get this time? I put one into savoir-faire last time, I think. I could put one into Inland Empire. It's always a fun one. Maybe some extra perception. We'll see. We have some white checks to think about here. Let's get into the white checks that we have. Here. Man from Helmdall series. The most important one, obviously. Requires the pain threshold, huh? Wait, are these the ones I've tried? And these are the ones I haven't tried? Or... like, why are some of them white? Those on white are available to try now. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, let's look at the other ones then. Play sounds, Tamilahan. Rhetoric. Or Gaston. Rhetoric. Logic. I got a volition on Joyce, and I'm gonna head to Joyce soon, so maybe I should pick that. I don't remember what that was, though. It's hard to know if I want it. The mirror had interfacing, obviously, so maybe mirror. Maybe interfacing is what I need. Horseback monument. King Gitsuragi. Inland Empire, huh? There's a few encyclopedia checks here as well, and there's quite a few rhetoric ones. Okay. Trash container. I have a trash container one I can do now, huh? Physical instrument. So I only have one physical. I have 2 pain threshold, but those are ones I can already do. Are there any rhetoric ones that I can do right now? No. At least not up there. No. Okay. Look, I'll do rhetoric. I'll do rhetoric for this one. I think it's useful. If you're gonna be a good communist, you need some rhetoric. Let's check this trash can though. Or was that just a physical?
The trash container.
Of opening the lid,
smell
maybe.
of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was just for opening
sounds
the...
a muffled gong.
I think that was just for opening the lid before I had the key. I was gonna go for Kuno's dad, who apparently lives over there. But I think I want to check with Joyce first, and Gart. I'll check with Gart for the refrigeration of the corpse, seeing as I'm wasting daylight. It's already 5, I don't understand. Things move so fast. I feel like I've done nothing today. Or a lot, but also nothing. Hello, Gart. I seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Flattery is the way.
Yeah, we've heard you have, like, a huge fridge. Colossal. Practically a mausoleum.
You've heard wrong. And you're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
Damn. I thought the size thing would work.
Not even gonna ask why, you're just gonna say something mean. No, why?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the freight clerk.
God, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
So the phone line is dead?
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
Losers? God, come on. Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
I would never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers.
I like to think I was peeking over at Lena throughout that conversation. I would never disclose my sources, you know? And my eyes are just doing all the telling.
If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill.
Yeah.
Yes?
Goodbye, God.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I'd really like to hear more about cryptids.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers. Of course.
Oh, what a pity there's no more. Maybe the one who messed with the phone line was this guy.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
I need a fridge to store corpse.
The man keeps shaking his head. His eyes seem sad. Then he starts swiping crumbs off the countertop.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
I need to get the corpse, or to get Kib, into this fridge.
Why am I the corpse? Doesn't matter. I don't think he understood us anyway. He wouldn't be smiling if he did.
Wait, what language is he speaking?
He's from Grad, a Koiko.
With the mention of the word Koiko, the cook starts talking excessively, his hands up in the air again. He's happy for some reason.
I know, Kip, I know. Gotta make stabbing motions at the beat on the cutting board.
What are you doing?
The cook looks at you, doing the charade, and smiles.
Gotta point towards the fridge.
The cook says something. It's quite animated, but you still don't understand.
I need to put a dead body in this fridge.
Oh, no. Body no fit fridge. Fridge more.
How do you know? Maybe it's a small body.
No. I know.
Okay, we have our answer. It won't fit. We need a bigger fridge.
Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends?
Yes. My empathy is supreme. Is that the fridge? Yeah, it's a bit small.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay. Bye. Listen. Now we either go to Joyce, or we speak to the fleet clerk. Like, I've been putting off Joyce for way long, but I'm still gonna go here first. It's better this way, I think. Now that I'm on the trail of this fridge thing. This is gonna be a very productive conversation.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
Oh, it's real, it works? What the
Anything else I can do for you?
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin. Great combo. Ask some local dealers, maybe.
Do you have a fridge?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
Right, this is a fridge. Wicked.
Yeah.
I need to store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
Never mind. It would never fit.
Yeah, super funny.
Damn it. I need a bag.
The tear machine stands in the...
I haven't been able to find a bag yet. How is this possible? Need a bag to start collecting cans. So I can make some real money. Hold on, stop. There's so much going on.
Yes?
I don't know. I'm gonna go to Joyce. Who's this? Tease shit ain't nothing to me. Alright.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
Renee, I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardiers Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The booth has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday?
Yes! It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiners' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
I see. He's being nice, as he always is. Oh god, poor Renee. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die, there's no middle ground.
It's not charity. Not to me. Up there, I give it all I got. I earn my keep. But you're right, officer. There is no middle ground. It's do or die.
Something about him has changed. He's calmer somehow.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. You looked happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as
We'll
hell
level up
wasn't
again.
a nobody.
Got it. Thanks.
Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
I saw the statue of Philip III near the runabout.
Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine? Cocainum? Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to be a leader... No. Seems to be a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
What's that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
A ruler.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Of course you are.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
I like his pants. The pantalon rouge.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
Pyrolidon helps me connect to higher realms.
Please, officer, don't encourage him. Do spare us the cocaine fairy tales. The RCM isn't interested in them.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Talk about something else.
Right.
What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud?
Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
Anything else I can assist you with, officer?
No, thank you for your
We
time,
still
Renee.
have a game to finish.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
He's got a sandwich again. You mentioned Jean-Marie Meliot. Who's that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
So you both know her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Easy, fellows. No need for this to get ugly.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You, no point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back, will it now?
Departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
He says, eating a sandwich. Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Women, right?
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
I wanted to ask you about the Union again.
Sure, officer. They
Apparently
are the
not.
good... No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Now give me your sandwich.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
But I've already... What is political anyway?
This right here is political.
There really isn't anything else I could say.
No, you're gonna starve to death.
This city's going to shit. Sooner or later some foreign anarchist is gonna steal your sandwich. That's a fact.
What the hell are you talking about? What foreign anarchist?
No time to bring him in. Just keep your eyes on the prize and ignore him.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why would you even...
First they take our jobs, then they're women. Wormen. And when the sandwich is all you have left, the anarchists will come for that too.
He won't care. As long as there's food in his fat belly, he'll lick any boots that's kicking it to him.
Good. Rene's on board too. Time to take back the streets. Right-wing populism. Here we come.
I do a lot for sandwiches, I feel. I would do a lot for sandwiches, actually. At this point, it's a principle. I just want that sandwich. I want his sandwich, not any other sandwich. Don't you guys get it? Us, local boys, gotta stick together. Make the people feel safe again.
Now you are talking sense, son. All four of us working as a group. We can make a difference.
Whatever you're selling there, he's buying it. In bulk.
I just want the sandwich.
I'm actually already a member in a group tasked to keep the streets safe. You are too. We call ourselves the police.
Men, let's review and possibly redistribute our resources.
What do you mean, officer?
We'll be Unit 1, Ghost Dogs. You and Gaston are Unit 2, the Royal Hounds.
Agreed. What about the whole group? I propose a pair de la Couronne, Swords of the Crown, in honor of my old unit.
Oh my god. Stop this scheming and just demand the sandwich.
No, that's... It's got class and roots. I like it.
It's dignified. We need dignity. And you, get excited.
All right. I have a bad feeling about this.
I just one small thing, your sandwich. I want to hold it for a moment.
Oh, you went through all that trouble for my sandwich. I'm flattered, officer, but my answer is no. Now, how else can I help you?
Bye. Fuck.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Open a shot. No, wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
The one on the stair? It's your husband! The missing husband!
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman.
Oh my
Protect and
God.
serve, recruit.
Give me champagne! I'm going in!
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found, right now.
There's always time for champagne. Shit. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
But you said you didn't know where he was.
And I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was.
Well, I found it nevertheless. I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
There.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
Ah. I found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
It's pretty often, actually. Remarkably often in Western society, I'm sorry. I'm not saying what.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
So he is... But you told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park, or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
There. She's worried now.
Kim, is it just me or do we have a missing persons case here?
I wouldn't be so sure. Man, just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
Goofballs. Not at all. The RCM is ready to chase down every goofball in town. We care about you.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What did your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
So, let me guess, he's Disco.
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Oh.
Hold on. Did she just laugh at Disco? You're not going to leave it there, are you?
Well, ma'am, do we have a problem here?
What problem?
Do we have a problem with Disco?
No. My relationship with Disco remains irrefutably healthy. What I was trying to say before is that he's a little bit chubby, that's all. I didn't mean anything offensive.
Wait, did she just imply that you're fat? You're not fat. The body type she's referring to is called a Franco-Nigerian hard body.
I'm not chubby, and neither is your husband. What you meant to say is that we both share a Franco-Nigerian hard body.
You both share what?
Franco-Nigerian hard body. Softly round, yet still in shape. Ladies dig it.
I'm not sure about the rest, but softly round sounds about right. He's not in great shape.
Oh my god. I have a Franco-Nigerian hard body in real life. And ladies do dig it.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself. It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear? You can completely sympathize.
Yes, I know how that feels. Look at mine.
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Well, if that jacket really is that cool, then I can totally understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning. He went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it. Thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
She genuinely wants you to now. Don't make her ask.
Yes, I will bring him back home to you.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
See, I thought she was really going to be one of the few, or the only character in this game that doesn't give me a quest at this point.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Prison 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
I will, of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
Thanks, I'll get going then.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. You picked the best one.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down!
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop.
No.
Already
You've passed.
What's down here? Was I ever down here, actually? Is that the bag? Yes! Oh my god, I finally found it. I can't believe it. Oh, it's happening. I'm gonna make the big bucks now. There's a fish. Cool. Time to start cleaning the streets up.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug, written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
I'm gonna shift my focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
I saw that church on the map. Yes.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Gotta turn the knob.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Ah, yes. Look at all this tear. Awesome. Oh. More. More.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah, why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Okay, okay, okay. There's no tear in this area, actually. Is that something I checked last time? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I probably did. Well... What's this? Huh. Oh, yes. Very good. RCM cleaning up the streets as usual. I feel like I'm playing Project Zomboid.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
Yes.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Mmm. Iron and strawberries. What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
TASD?
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
What now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinez needs.
Wash it nice and clean.
Clean. Yes. Nothing will grow here for 20 years. Cronell will send in gunships and the coalition government will follow suit.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario that you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel?
Maybe I already have. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This Lely, anything else? Nationality? How old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
You should show those meatheads exactly how savage you really are.
Still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
It can't be retried. I have 72% though. Right, the strikebreaker, maybe. Where are these mercenaries?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbour gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Good voice actor.
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
I have another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
So it is like a week you have to do this. It is going to be like day 2, day 3, day 4, so on.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Yeah. What can you tell me about Crenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
I mean, that's not entirely unlikely. It's pretty much how it goes on in real life.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel.
Would you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
I'm gonna observe her expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century, over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Interesting. What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
This one is going nowhere with the morgue. I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse.
That is precisely What the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort,
Missing
the
a little
Oranese
quotation mark
capital,
there.
traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
Makes me wonder, or rather made me wonder whether I should speak in the voice or not.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Preto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
What's that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez, looking into Crenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
I need the information. Mark it down. Ask Burks about tattoos.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, by the way, I've talked to Everard Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally, time to choose sides.
He is not the champion I have chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you and the cause of capital. No, he's a bloated rainbow socialist.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Like me for it, huh?
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk, helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Yes.
Why, if I may ask? Why make them more drunk? Aren't they corked enough already?
Yes, Detective. What were you hoping to accomplish with this strange thing?
I worship alcohol in many ways. An act born of sympathy for the working man. I set fire to the fumes of struggle.
Very curious.
A very curious thing to do.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does things, man, and then talks about them, even if it's inappropriate.
A strange equanimity has overtaken the lieutenant. He's just going with the flow now. Easier that way.
I see we have managed to calm him down.
What else?
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise. When I said be wacky, I didn't mean wildly, grossly irresponsible and damaging to the RCM.
And conventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this, to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Mr. Everard says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly.
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
And what's this Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before. As a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know.
Caillou.
Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History, Detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
And when was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Who built it?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. In the middle of the Insulindic Ocean. The world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're pretty much at the center of the world.
Oh, we're quite a way off. About 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence, slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
All right, Lieutenant, I'll continue later.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
What are you?
What I am not is a basic term of reality.
Everyone wants to talk about themselves. She will, in time.
That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Thank you. That's all for now. Wanna go rent a movie? Have a movie night? I feel like a night off. This is all a lot. 2 more points, huh? This is moving fast now. That I'm doing useful things. Oh, we're almost there. Gotta unlock another one. Just for when that is completed. I'll put one into logic. Strangely enough, I know. But I figure I want to unlock some white checks. I'm not really optimizing here, but I could have, like, checked the ones that were already unlocked from... that I could have tried again, I suppose, and then put one into logic and try them once more if I failed. I think. I think that's how it works. But, yeah, whatever. I'm just kind of feeling the game. I feel like this is one of those games where you're just going with the flow half the time. I'm not really thinking about the optimization part of this game. It feels very much like it goes against the most basic theme of the game, I suppose. Oh, there's some more tear. This is not bad. Gotta make some money from this. More! More! I really like Joyce. She's a very good character, honestly. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. It's all very interesting. I really want to continue, though. It's hard to just end it on such a note. Man, I'm so invested. Man, I'm so fucking invested in this game. But yeah, I have to go, sadly. I can't continue this for now. I miss my old look. This is good. Alright. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching. It's been a lot of fun.